Bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. I don't say yo, I just say, bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. Go.
Niggas ain't shit, I swear. And they know it, they know it, they know it. Niggas ain't shit, I swear. And they know it, they know it, they know it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a story time. A lot of you follow me on other social media platforms, aka Instagram. And y'all know I recently went on a date. I don't even want to call it a date because honestly, I don't know what the hell to even call it. It was absolute trash. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. If you're not new, which I know most of y'all been here, been around, thanks for coming back. I know I ain't shit when it comes to uploading, but thanks for hanging out with me. So let's get right into it. As you may or may not know, I was recently in a car accident about 3 weeks ago now, 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And yeah, I went to get an x-ray, right? So I went to get an x-ray, and the x-ray technician in my hazed, drug-addled mind, because I did get like a injection, and she said it would like really relax me or whatever. So when I met him, he was cute in my head. I thought he was really handsome. So, we kind of flirted back and forth. He ended up asking me for my phone number, which I gave to him. And then we proceeded to, talk over text messages for like the next week or so. Like, just chatting back and forth. I can actually pull up the text message history. It's really corny. And I should have known the minute this man texted me and the bubble turned green, I should have just ended the conversation from there. Cause who wants to talk with the Android user? But anyway, so we started texting back and forth on March 28th, and it was cool. Just like, pleasantries. Hey, how you doing? How you feel? Cause yeah, I was in an accident or whatever. Blah 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 blah. So fast forward. About a week later, we played the whole 21 questions game. What's your favorite color? All that BS. That's just draining to me and boring. But whatever. We played the little 21 Thrones. I just read something about Game of Thrones. 21 questions, and yeah. So he checked it. She checked all the boxes. He had a job. He had no kids. Blah 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 blah. We had the same type of interests. So cool. We continued to converse. So he invited me on a date. Let me see. He invited me on a date on a Tuesday. Yeah, on a Tuesday he invited me out. Like, oh, I'm gonna be working in Queens. I would love to, take you out. Hey, cool. Sounds good to me. So we planned a date. Well, we didn't really plan a date. We just planned the day. Like, he's like, okay, Sunday I'm gonna come and link up with you. After I get off at 6, so let's meet up around 6:30. Mind you, he works like 5 minutes from my job, from my house. So cool. I didn't hear from him again until Saturday. He was like, oh, we still on for tomorrow? I'm like, yep, cool, fine. So then he asked me where he was meeting me at, and I was told him where I lived. I gave him my address. Cool. He was very punctual, which was great. He hit me up and was like, oh, I'm okay. Are you ready? I'm in front of the school. I'm in my head like, the school is like 6 whole blocks the other way. But I had gave him my exact address. So I'm like, why you didn't just put my address in the GPS? Whatever. So I'm like, oh, I don't live on that side. I live on the other side. If you guys live in New York, blocks run parallel. Not parallel. Run straight across. Like, we have Beach 56th Street on the bay, Beach 56th Street on the beach. I live on the bay side. So cool. So he had proceeded to call me because he was lost or retarded. I don't know. But I gave him directions. He kind of tried to make fun of my directions because Mind you, I live in a building complex, so I'm in between blocks. I don't live on an exact street. We have the street that surrounds us. I live in between the streets. So he proceeded to make fun of my directions, which, okay, ha, you don't got GPS, bitch. But anyway, so fine. I was waiting in my car because I had to get something out of my car. I was sitting in my car. So he called. He was like, okay, I'm here. I'm like, okay, cool. He hung up. So I walk out to the street, and in my head, I'm like, he never told me what kind of car he drove. Mind you, it's maybe like 6 cars parallel parked because across the street we have the baseball field and they play baseball there. So I'm looking like, okay. So I walk up to one car, open the door, and I'm like, oh, that's not him. All right. So I'm looking around and I see a car behind me. I'm like, okay, I can't remember what he looked like because, mind you, we met like 2 weeks ago and I was a little hazy. So I walk to the car. He doesn't, at this point, I'm like, are you going to get out of the car and like say, hey, I'm right here? Or, you know, isn't the gentleman thing to do is like open my door. He's literally sees me like, I know he knows it's me. I'm just walking back and forth like a fucking lost duck. So finally, I walk up to the car. I look. I said, okay, I guess that's him. I open the door. I'm like, hey, sit down in the car. The first thing I notice is that the car smells like stale ass.
Smell like bitch in here.
There's no other way for me to phrase this. The car was not clean, which, okay, I'm a slob. My car is a mess. But if I'm going to pick somebody up or I'm coming, somebody going to first get their first impression, second impression, however you want to call it, I'm going to have my shit clean, smelling nice or whatever. So I get in the car. I dust my seat off. I sit down. I'm like, hey, mind you, this is our first time seeing each other again after like 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, how are you? He's like, oh, I'm fine. So, okay. I'm like, he's like, okay, so where you want to go eat at?
What? Bro, I'm out, man.
Bro, you playing this date. Like, why you couldn't pick a place? You know, use the fucking internet to find a place to eat. So I'm like, I don't know. Where would I go? He was like, oh, how about the Bay House? And I'm like, okay. He was like, oh, this is your hood, so yeah, where you gonna go? I'm like, that's not how a date really works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
It's like, aren't you supposed to like plan everything? One thing I hate to do is plan. Because you guys know I'm an influencer. This is my job. Telling people what to buy, telling people what they should like, what they shouldn't like, what's good, what's not good. So the last thing I want to do on a date is pick a place. Like, just pick a place. So whatever. He's like, you want to go to the Bay House? I'm like, I guess. Mind you, I go to the Bay House all the time. It's like a real hole in the wall, little lunch spot. It's like a bar that is attached to the, like, it has like a dock, but it's nice in the summer. In the winter, it's trash. Like, people go there to have baby showers and stuff. It's just not my cup of tea, but that's what he brought up. He clearly didn't want to leave too far from the area, which, okay, cool. I could have drove my own fucking car and I could have met you somewhere, but whatever. So yeah, we went to the Bay House. Now, again, he's like, oh, could you give me directions? In my head, I'm like, bro, do you not have a GPS? Does that Android device you have don't have Google Maps, Alexa, whatever the counterpart to Siri is? I don't want to direct. I don't want to be MapQuest. I don't like giving directions. I don't like giving my damn self directions. I like to just put on my GPS and let that bitch tell me where to go. So I'm like, okay, I'll give you directions. Let's go. So anyway, fast forward. We get to the place. No, he was complaining about the streets the whole time driving. Like, he's never been in Far Rockaway. But whatever. Oh, it's so bumpy. Oh, the streets are so bumpy. Shut up. You want me to get out and fill the fucking pothole? Do you want me to stop the car, get some gravel, and fill the pothole? Like, drive around it the way I do. Like, first of all, we're not in a Beamer, Benz, or Bentley. This is a 2002 Accord. let's really calm down. But anyway, so we get to the place and I get out the car. He didn't open the door again, which, okay, I get it, whatever. I don't know who raised you, but whatever. I get out the car. He's walking dumb slow. And then as he get out the car, I realize this man have on work clothes. His scrubs from his job. You didn't even think to say, okay, I said I was going to take this girl on a date. I took my time doing my hair, laying my edges, doing my makeup, getting dressed, picking out an outfit, going to pick up something to wear on this date to give a nice second impression, because I know I looked a mess the first time we met, and you have on scrubs. Your hair isn't cut. You have on scrubs. Don't look like you have on any lotion. Didn't spray any cologne. Didn't open my door. And I'm just literally putting X's in my mind mentally. So we get to the place. We sit down. He seems to be very short with the waitress because the waitress was new. She wasn't new. I've been there before and she's been there, but she's fairly new. So he seemed to be very short with her. And whatever, we ordered our food. When it asked for drinks, I'm like, okay, we on a date. I was thinking in my head, like, let me order a drink. But as soon as she said, do you guys want anything to drink? Said water. I was just like, so I guess you want me to order water too? Okay, no problem. I can get a glass of water too. No juice, no soda. Alright. Like, we couldn't get a little Patron. Alright, whatever. So, I ordered water. He kept asking me as I'm looking over the menu, even though I know the menu by heart, he kept looking over the menu and it's like, what do you want to get? What are you going 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 to get? I'm like, are you trying to add this up in your head? That was me. Like, are you trying to calculate how much this is going to cost in your head? Like, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this. He ordered like some fried shrimp shit, some trash shit. And I'm just like, okay. The conversation was really boring, to be honest. I was doing most of the talking, which I'm normally not really talkative. I know y'all like, bitch, what? Me, again, because I'm an influencer. I'm used to talking to my goddamn self like I am right now. I'm talking to the camera, but I'm talking to myself. Ain't nobody here around me. I'm very talkative. But when I am with a date or the opposite sex, I'm very chill, laid back, let them take the lead. But whatever, he wasn't really too chatty, so I was doing most of the talking. I was asking about his family. The conversation was okay, but it didn't really get into anything. We never even got to the point, so what are you looking for? Here we are on a date. What are you looking for? But we never got to that part. We were just talking about a bunch of fuck shit. The food comes, and he decides to smother it in ketchup. I know you're like, Tiffany, it's really not that serious. Okay, he likes ketchup. I just feel like that is so disgusting. I hate ketchup, me, myself. And to slather it on shrimp scampi, why? You have the taste buds of a 5-year-old. At this point, you have the taste buds of a 5. I'm eating out with my nephew. Even my nephew don't like sauces. Like, what? It's already covered in butter and stuff, and you're just gonna... I was literally keeping myself from throwing up. But anyway, so fast forward again through the date. The check comes, and I hate when people stare at the check for too long. It makes me nervous. I know you want to look to make sure you wasn't overcharged for anything, but you should already have in your mind, okay, it should come up to this much. So when you look at it, it should look right. He stared at the check for about 7 minutes. Yes, I said 7 minutes. He stared for it, and I'm just like, should I pull out my debit card? Like, it already just, I don't know, makes me feel a little uneasy. Anyway, because I'm like, okay, these new age men, I don't go on a lot of dates. These new age men, I don't know. Do they want to split the check on the first date? Well, normally it goes whoever, asks for the date, they pay for it. But, okay, whatever. Should I pull out my debit card? But whatever. He takes out cash. He puts his cash in. He tells the waitress how much change he should be expecting. And I'm just like, damn, sis, she got a calculator back there. She gonna add it up. But whatever. She goes. She makes the change. She comes back. He gives the tip. This was the breaking point. Mind you, the meal must have came up to about $60-something, maybe a little bit less, maybe like $56, $60, which was very inexpensive date. The place we went to was very inexpensive. He tips her $5. If there's nothing in this world I hate more, is a cheap motherfucker. Not even a cheap person, a person who does the way I see my significant other, the date, whatever, the opposite sex, the way they treat people in the service industry pretty much tells you about their personality. So the fact that he was kind of short with her throughout the whole date and decided to tip her $5, which is probably 5 or 6% of the bill, is a slap in the face. Like, these pretty much make their money off of tips. Looking around, the place was very empty, so you know they didn't have that much turnover. It was raining. There was no sports games on, so it was very empty in the bar itself, so you know they wasn't making a lot of money that day anyway. So when I tip 20%. It is what it is. 18 to 20%. If the waitress was exceptional, of course they get 20%. I don't really go below 15. If the waiter was trash, I'll tip $5. Like, okay, you were trash, you didn't come back. But it's really ever, these people know they make their money on tips, so they know they to be very attentive. But at that point in the night, I was like, this is not for me. I like to eat out. I like to go out to eat. I like to, you know, go to bars, go to places, and it's embarrassing. Like, when he handed it to her like he was doing her a favor. He was like, here you go, Mom. Here you go. Here. Nigga, it's $5. $5. I was so embarrassed. Mind you, I go to this place frequently. So, you know, the people kind of know me in there. So, I'm just like, I was disgusted. At that point, I went in my phone and I blocked this number. It's no way that I can date someone so cheap. Not only was he cheap, he was, I mean, it's a first date. I don't need you out here. We don't need to go to Peter Luger's and spend $70 on a baked potato. But, one, you couldn't put on clothes for this date. Say, hey, let me grab a pair of pants and a shirt with some buttons, a few buttons on it, and change in the bathroom of your job. He works as an x-ray tech. He works in a urgent care facility. They have plenty of places where you can change your clothes. I'm sure they have a locker room. You really said, hey, let me come on this date with some slacks, with some scrubs on. You couldn't even try? You don't own a shirt with a few buttons on it? Some pants, jeans. You came here in some blue scrubs. Silent the whole way back home. He was back complaining about the streets, asking me for directions again, like he didn't own a GPS, a map, MapQuest, a compass. I felt like I was the map from Dora the Explorer, and I'm not interested in that whatsoever. But yeah, he dropped me off. I was just like, let me out right here. I didn't even realize it was in my building. He again did not make any attempt to get out of the car, come around, walk me to my building. It is late at night. It is dark. I'm walking into building complexes. You didn't even try to walk me across the street. You didn't even make the car make a U-turn so I can get out in front of the building. I had to cross traffic. It was pretty sad. And I'm just like, is this what I have to expect as I'm entering the dating world? I mean, I've been single for about a year and some change now, which is pretty sad. But yeah, I'm back trying to date, and is this what I have to expect? Is this what I have to look forward to? You know, you dust yourself off and you try again, I guess. Hopefully the next date with whoever is lucky enough to date me. Yes, lucky enough to date moi. Hopefully they will, you know, try. Oh, at not one point did he compliment, say, hey, you look nice, you look pretty, You look very beautiful, because I know I did. While I walked out the door, all the men in my house said, hey, Tiff, you look really nice. Where you going? My nephew, Auntie, you look so pretty. My dad, oh, Tiffany, you look so beautiful. Where you going? This nigga didn't even say, hey, you look pretty. You dusty mother. Anyway, we're not going to talk about this no more. But if you guys have any horrible date stories, please make me feel better. Drop them below in the comments. If you like this story time segment, let me know in the comments. I'll try to do more. Y'all know I have a story about everything. But if you have watched this video this far and you have not subscribed, you are trash.
Tim's ho, silkies, got beef and broccoli, got tracksuits, broccoli, got swipes ho, not me, nah, birds in the trap line, birds on the phone, birds in the coop with that hookah and Patron, birds in the trap line, birds on the phone, bitch I'm a bird, I love hookah and Patron.